Again, good afternoon, everyone. Our lesson for this afternoon or today is all about irrigation plans and design. Okay. This is a recorded discussion, uh, and despite of our limitation right now, online kita sa university because of some announcement related to uh, the situation, but still we are here this afternoon or today to continue our uh, discussion, to continue our education in the university. Okay, so this afternoon we'll discuss irrigation plans and design. So previous topic for this is all about the cropping system. And as a sort of recap or review of the previous discussion, when we say cropping system, it is how the farmers uh, plant their crops. It can be done using different styles and methods of uh, planting crops. Now, there are different types of cropping system. It can be divided into two: monocropping, polycropping. Is monocropping, you're planting single crop year after year, or after harvest, you still uh, plant the same crop. Okay, polycropping, you're planting two or more crops on that field. It could be done simultaneously. It could be done one after the other, or it could be done uh, planting one next crop next to the standing crop. So that is a delay cropping. For polycropping, parallel cropping, say parallel, you are planting two or more crops on the same field at the same time. Okay, it is divided into. It could be divided into uh, type. May ang uh, ang ano na, intercropping, which is planting two or more crops in the same field at the same time, but with proximity and pattern. Okay, naman mixed cropping, planting two or more crops in the same field at the same time, without considering the patterns, without considering the proximity of the plants in the field. Okay, under the intercropping, meron nga tawag na companion cropping. Okay, kung sa companion cropping, you're planting two or more crops nga they do not affect each other. Okay, basically they don't need the same nutrients. Ang isaya mo ng nutrients ang gusto niya, ang isaya mo ni. So meaning they are not competing with each other. Okay, that's why they call uh, companion crops. Okay, so this afternoon, as what I've said, I will be discussing the irrigation plans and design. And to start with, when you say irrigation, uh, supplied, you're supplying water other than rain, because rain is a considered natural irrigation. But in general, when say irrigation, you are supplying water to the field other than the rain. There are different methods. Nagpunta mo ng mga techniques on how to supply water to the field, but all of them is considered as irrigation. Okay? Pwede man yung term yung gamitin is artificial irrigation. Nga kinahanglan supply sa water sa ang fields ng water. There are area nga though enough ang water, hindi maligan nga during sa mga summer season, during sa mga dry season, kakawat ang gilagyan po tubig. How much more ang mga location na medyo arid or wala gilagyan sa tubig. Okay? So muna, kinahanglan sa irrigation, kinahanglan sa means on how to supply water, because water is very important to plants. It is one of the elements na need some plants in order to produce its own food. The photosynthesis process referred to food breeding plants. It involves the synthesis of carbon dioxide, water, no, nutrients from the soil and sunlight. Okay, acting water as one of the elements in order for the plants to make its own food. So that's how important water and in plant and that is being supplied using the irrigation system. Are you following? So that's actually a discussion natin about irrigation. Uh, Now, what are the functions of farm irrigation? Number one, diverting water from water source. Okay, for example, in the area there is an available source of water. Let's say diverting, you are guiding or making some passage no, from the source of the water into the field. So, divert mo siya. So, may river sa area. No? And ang usually ginabuhangan ng mga especially if the river is somehow higher no, higher than the field. So pwedeng buwangan lang. Okay? Number two, conveying it to individual fields within the farms. Okay? Gina, in general, no, ginagaidan mong tubig. Ginagaan mo sa passage. Make some bridges para makolek ang tubig and then buwangan para ma-distribute ang tubig. That's how irrigation is being done. Number three, distributing it within each field. Pwede man nga may isa ka field lang mag-contain sa water. And that field will serve as the reservoir. And then, from time to time, ginabuang-buangan, kasi buwangan, ang kahon, ginabutangan mo sa ginagubang black parts ng kahon para mag-flow ang tubig. Sa mga general terms sa ating nabuwangan. Okay, okay, out. And number four, providing a means for measuring and regulating flow. That's also one of the most important function of irrigation because when you are irrigating, you are controlling the water. Okay, basically because there are plants that they need just this enough water and they can't tolerate too much water. May tendency nga maluo sila. May tendency nga maguba sila. But they need water. But of course, in a desirable amount. And there are plants nga they need this water nga mas damo compare sa regular lang nga pagbunyag. For example, sa rice field. There is a time in the lifespan sa rice nga kinahanglan niya sa flooding na irrigation. Okay. At the same time, controlling the water is important, especially if may requirement kaya nga kada lumon sa tubig ang dapat nimo nga ma-achieve sa isa ka field because that is a requirement of the plant. Okay? Measuring the water will also help you monitor if the available water source or available source of water is enough now for the existing field that you have and the next, for example, in the next 2 weeks, in the next month. There are times na kinahanglan gid mag-stock sa water in preparation to the dry season. Now, if you don't have irrigation system, you cannot measure if the existing water is enough to irrigate your land. Okay? The area of your land. So that's how important irrigation is. First, irrigation will allow you to divert water from the source and distribute those water into the field. And also, you can regulate the water mainly because there are plants require this amount or specific amount of water. There are plants cannot tolerate too much water. Okay, so that's some of the functions of farm irrigation. Okay, are you following? Okay, now there are different design of irrigation system. Meron ang surface, sprinkler, and drip or trickle. Okay? Kita dire. So that's the key word, no? Uh, the water is flowing because of the gravity. That is surface irrigation. Okay, next one is furrow irrigation. Okay. Next one is the furrow irrigation. It's a method of laying out water to the channels in such a way where gravity plays role in providing uh, enough water for the plants. Okay, so for irrigation is an example of surface irrigation. Now they are using the force of gravity just to allow the water to flow from one spot in the field to the other area of the farm or of the field. Okay, the water is just applied in one spot and let the water flow from that spot to the other part. That's for the irrigation. Okay, of course the water uh, will flow, no, in the furrow, or we say furrow, it is a space between the rows. Uh, it is a space between the rows. For example, in that picture, no, ginasupply lang ng tubig sa mga spaces in between the rows, and that water flow from that spot into the straight to the other part of the furrow. Okay, that's an example of a surface irrigation. Next one is border irrigation. Uh, it is a type of surface irrigation where the field is divided into strips separated by border ridges. Kasi border ridges, o sa aton pa, kahon. May mga kahon. And ang field gina-divide into this kahon. Mga kahon-kahon. Ridges. Um, and still the same. You're using the force of gravity to flow the water from one spot to the other spot. Okay, like for example, in the picture in this slide, the water is being supplied from this area and let the water flow up to the end of the border. Uh, Basta separate sa by borders, kini na siya by furrows. Okay? Still, they are considered a surface irrigation because the water is flowing from one spot to straight to the end of either furrow or border. Right? So that is border irrigation. It's a type still of a surface irrigation. The next one is a basin irrigation. It's a class of surface irrigation. Again, it's still a surface irrigation in which area is divided into a number of checks or basin. Say basin, somehow reserve of water or a location or area that could hold water. Okay, that could hold water, meaning it could make the water stagnant on that spot for a while. Now, that is basin. Meaning wala siya nag-flow na nagwa. Okay? Unlike to kagina sa duwa, furrow and surface, pwede yung nag-flow sila, nag-aagi lang. Nag-aagi lang. Hindi sila yung mas naigid dito ang tubig. Nag-aagi lang. As you can see ito sa by border irrigation kagina, the water will be supplied on the other end and it will flow up to the other part. Still the same with furrow irrigation. The water will be supplied in the at the uh, front of the furrow, and it will flow up to the end or the back part, or yes, end of the furrow. But the water will not uh, stay on that furrow or border for a certain period of time. It will just flow. Okay? Now, ang basin irrigation naman niya, uh, using basin, no, it can hold water. No? It can hold water. So that's the reason why it is being used in crops. No? That requires okay na, ang flooding irrigation. Okay? Excuse. Example is ang rice field. It's a very specific example, rice field. No? Ang ginagamit ng irrigation system for rice field is basin irrigation. Okay? Because rice requires flooding, no, sa iyang irrigation, and because flooding siya, definitely it needs to uh, contain water for a certain period of time. Okay? Pero consider sa surface irrigation, it is because the water will also flow from one basin up to the adjacent basin or next basin or adjacent field. Okay, ginabuhangan naman ay yapon ang mga kahon. Okay? Unlikely sa border, ang border flow lang, and wala yan nag-stay ng tubig. No? But same with border irrigation, basin irrigation also requires ridges or kahon. No? Kahon. Ang munang kahon ang contain sa water para siya mag-flow pakadto sa ibang field, pakadto sa piyaka field. Depende sa kung required it sa farmers. Kaya for example, there are cases nga ang farm ni bibi mo yan sa tunga, no? Of course, wala ka access sa water eh. Kaya the water is uh, at the other part, no? Kinahanglan kaya agi sa field sa giban. So ganito mo sa mga farmers, mga kalog-kalog na sila. Or sometimes, ang tubig nag-aagi mismo sa my fields, sa giban. Meaning, maagi anay sa isa ka area, and then buwangan na siya para at the time ang water makalabot sa imo. Muna mga style or diskarte sa mga farmers. Okay? That is basin irrigation, and still it is using a force of gravity to supply the water from one basin up to the other part of the field or other basin adjacent to that field. Okay? Are you following? Next one is sprinkler irrigation. Okay? Unlike the surface irrigation that uses the flow of gravity to supply water from one spot to the other part, sprinkler irrigation needs to have a pump. Okay? It needs to have a pump powered by either electricity or fuel. Okay? It needs to have a pump powered by electricity or fuel. Ari gina-spread niya ang water in way of force of gravity, because it needs to have pump, no? Either supplied by electricity or fuel. Okay? Now, sprinkler irrigation, isa sa mga characteristic niya is it somehow ginasunod, or ano ang term na ginagamit na. So, somehow ginasunod niya kung paano mag-irrigate ang rain or ang natural irrigation na rain. Ang ginasunod niya or ginasunod ang kung paano mag-irrigate ang rain. Okay? Siyempre spray siya, sprinkler, ting rain na sprinkle masang rain. So that's one of the characteristic of sprinkler irrigation. Okay? So again, it is not considered a surface irrigation because it doesn't need the force of gravity, because it requires pump powered by either fuel or electricity to supply the water from the source into the field. Okay. Now there are different, for example, that one. No? There are different types of sprinkler irrigation. No, that simulate. That the term is simulate. Sprinkler irrigation simulate how rainfall irrigate the crops. No? It simulate sa mga ginakopy niya in a sprinkler niya. Now, there are different types of sprinkler irrigation. It's what we call fully portable, semi-portable, and fully permanent. Okay? So let's discuss this one by one. You see, fully portable sprinkler system, all of the parts, including the sprinklers, the pipes, the pumps, can be assembled and disassembled and can be transferred from one location to the other location. Okay, that's fully portable. All of the sprinklers, the pipes, no, the paraphernalia, the accessories, the pumps, okay, can be assembled and disassembled and can be transferred from one location to the other location. Okay, that's fully portable. From the name itself, fully, meaning everything, every part can be assembled and disassembled. It can be transported, portable. No? Portable. So portable, pwede sa transfer. No? It's either by just yakpatod mo lang siya or by with the use of some equipment. For example, mga tractor, syempre mga daggo na gid. So you need to have those equipment. But they can be transferred to the other place. Okay? All right, next one, semi-portable sprinkler system. Now, unlike a fully portable, semi-portable uh, had or is a kind of sprinkler system that some of its part can be assembled and disassembled. Only some, okay? Because as you can see in this picture, no, the source of water where the pump is located is permanent, right? The source of water where the pump is located is permanent. The pump is permanently installed, but the parts, for example, the pipes, the sprinklers, can be arranged from time to time depending on the need of the part. Okay, so again, we say semi-portable, only some parts can be assembled or disassembled. Okay, because for example, the pump that is used to pump the water from the well or the source of water, it is permanently installed. Okay, only the pipes and the sprinklers can be rearranged from time to time depending on the needs of the farm or of the crop. Kasi depende mo na sa klase sa crop ang imong design sa imong sprinkler system. Okay? That's semi-portable sprinkler system. Next one is fully permanent sprinkler system. Permanent laterals, mains, sub-mains, as well as fixed pumping plants, meaning it cannot be assembled and disassembled easily because it is permanently installed. For example, as you can see in the picture, the sprinkler is buried into the soil. Makita niyo sa mga lawn, makita niyo sa mga landscape area of some establishment, of hotels, na mga naka-embed yung mga sprinkler system. So the gardener don't need to use pails in order to water the plants because they can just open the valve and the sprinkler will automatically produce water or sprinkle the water into the plants. That's fully permanent. It cannot be disassembled easily because it is buried into the soil, or sometimes it is permanently anchored to where it is anchored. For example, sa mga buildings, sa mga footwalk, for example, permanently installed siya. nakalansang siya, naka-screw na siya, hindi siya pwede dali-dali, hindi siya dadali disassemble. Of course, pwede siya ma-disassemble, or guba. Kung disassemble mo siya, maguba siya. So, ano siya, permanent na sa biyabe. Pwede mo siya makuha, syempre. Pero kung kuha mo na siya, mailis kahit bago. Kahit magba na siya. Unlike sa mga semi-portable or portable, may mga threads lang na sila na pwede mo ma-unscrew o ma-loosen or tighten. Loosen if you want to disassemble it, and tighten if you want to assemble it. Okay? So that's how fully permanent differ to the previous type of sprinkler system, which is semi-portable and fully portable. Okay? So are you following? Okay, let's proceed with the next item. Okay, number 3 is drip or trickle irrigation. So the first example that we had a while ago is first the surface irrigation. Number 2 is the sprinkler irrigation. And this is the number 3, drip or trickle irrigation. I think we have this in our laboratory, although wala siya na materialize due to some uh, suspensions. Wala kita naka-laboratory sa nagliligad because of some suspensions. But I will try to accomplish this in the next semester that we have in agricultural fishery arts. So what is drip? What is this drip or trickle irrigation? From the name itself, drip, meaning the water is being irrigated to the land, no, by dripping or way of slowly dripping. Matama siya. Okay, unlike the sprinkle irrigation, the advantage of this drip or trickle irrigation is that it can save water. Okay? Sa sprinkle irrigation, the water is being supplied or sprinkled to the field without considering the rows of the plants. But this drip or trickle, water is being supplied to the plants near the roots so that it will save the water. Like for example, like for the same with sprinkler irrigation, even ang mga furrows, i-irrigate niya. Okay? And because of that, hindi mo na actually mausik ang tubig. No? It is actually makuha sa plants. It is because layo na sa iyong mga roots. Okay? So matapos na sila ang water in mga irrigate in between furrows or sa mga furrows. It will just sip into the soil or evaporate into the atmosphere, especially kung init. Okay? And I believe na kung sprinkler irrigation, amo mo na ang prone sa infestation sa mga ang hilamon. No? Because you are irrigating the area where it doesn't have a plant or doesn't have some plants, space siya. Because you are irrigating that area would be susceptible to the infestation of grasses or magtubo mga grasses, mga hilamon. Okay? Unlike for example, kung drip or trickle ka, the water is being supplied near the roots. And because of that, now the space in between the rows is dry. Hindi mo tubo dali ang ang mga hilamon, I mean. Okay? And also it can conserve water. Okay? Not just water, maybe nutrients man or fertilizers, because there are farmers that provide fertilizer in their field by way of their irrigation or sprinkler. Okay? So, na-sprinkler nila. So, kung gina-sprinkler nila and yet the water is being supplied not really uh, near to the roots of the plants, it will just uh, musik lang, ma-waste lang. Okay? So, muna ang advantage ng drip or trickle because the water is being supplied near the roots. So, wala usik, conserve the water. So, hindi masayang ang tubig. And in fact, this type of irrigation system is being used in areas where there is not enough water. For example, in Middle East, no? And also sa mga area sa wala mainit. Okay? Another example is Israel. Israel is one of the countries in the Middle East. Despite of their limitations in terms of water source or source of water, they actually provide or produce no enough agricultural products not only for them, okay, because they actually exporting agricultural products into the other into the other countries, okay, despite of their limitations, because they're performing efficient farming, okay, limited space, limited water, okay? And yet they are good in producing crops because of their innovations. And one of the innovations is this drip, drip or trickle irrigation. Okay, are you following? So here are the advantages of drip irrigation. Water supply directly to the crop, but the entire field is not wetted. That's what I've said. Because of that, kung di wetted, hindi matubog yung mga lamon. Okay? Like kung magtubog yung lamon, kinanglan mo naman sa mga herbicide, pero patay sila. Kinanglan mo naman sa mga kung mechanical method, gabuton mo. So, dugang sa farm labor and also cost. Another one is water is conserved. Kaya wala siyang nag-evaporate ng tubig na or less ang pag-evaporate ng tubig kung masayang lang. Okay? Weeds are controlled. Okay, not wetted ang ibang part. So weeds are controlled also. And there's no need for drainage system. Nga, kay amat-amat siya ang paghatid ng tubig. Unlike sa mga furrow irrigation, border irrigation, they need to have drainage. Kaya siyempre nag-aagi ng tubig, it needs to be drained. It needs to be drained. So, kailangan drainage system or area that would receive the water after they pass to the furrows or to the borders. Okay? That's one of the advantages of drip irrigation. They need to have drainage system because the water is applied slowly in a controlled manner. Okay? So that's plus points of drip irrigation. I think that's all for irrigation system. Okay, very lang, no? Very basic lang, very simple lang. But irrigation is very important in farming. As what I've said before before we start our discussion this afternoon, one of the elements that the plants need to have in order for them to create their own food is water. Okay? One of the elements. Wala water, wala plants. Okay? Wala water, hindi sila ka-practicing. Okay? And I think that's all for our discussion regarding farm irrigation system. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, and